நின்னடியே வழிபடுவான் நிமலா நினை கருத என்னடியான் உயிரை ஒவ்வேல் என்று அடல் கூட்டுதைத்த பொன்னடியே பரவி நாளும் பூவோடு நீர் சுமக்கும் நின்னடியார் இடர்களையாய் நெடுங்களம்மேயவனே கருணை பொழி திருமுகத்தில் திருநீற்றுணுதலும் கண்டாரை வசப்படுத்த கனிந்த வாயழகும் பெருமை தருதுறவோடு பொறையுளத்தில் பொறுத்தே பிஞகனார் மலத்தாள்கள் பிரியாத மனமும் மறுவினர்கள் அகலாத ஞானமே வடிவாம் வளதுரை சிவஞான மாமுனிவன் மலத்தாள் ஒருபொழுதும் நீங்காமல் எமது உளத்தில் சிரத்தில் ஓதிடும் நாவினில் என்றும் உண்ணி வைத்தே உரைப்பாம். We worship Lord Shivaberuman, the Guruma Sananangal of Thiruvadurai Adinam, and Madhava Sivanyana Swami, who is the deity who guides in all our attempts in Saiva literature. Thanks and good morning to all the listeners. Special thanks to Shaivam.org, Mr. Ganesh and Mr. Raja and the people involved who have taken special interest in spreading Saivism, trying to document and record the Saiva literature so that people maybe from next or even next centuries can avail all the benefits of what the literature holds. In this program of almost 12 classes, we are trying to present the basic document or the fundamental books of Saiva religion, which is called Thirumurai. Shaivam as a religion, we can say it is actually way of life. It cannot be simply called as a religion or a community. It actually speaks about the human lifestyle as well as which gives peace, harmony, and happiness throughout. Saivism means actually people who have the belief and accept Lord Shiva as their deity, they are called Saivites. Immaterial of where they are born, what language they speak, what caste and creed they belong, who are their parents, what is their lifestyle, nothing of importance. The only criteria which it describes is those who have love on Lord Shiva, they are called as Saiva. That's it. Periya Puranam, a book written by Seklar Swami, which is one among these 12 Thirumurais, is categorically explaining what is Saivism. En nilayil nendralum, ekkolam kondalum, manniya seer sangaran thal maravamai porul. En nilayil nendralum, which means at what stage of life we have and what type of life we have, whether rich or poor or educated or illiterate. However may be the world life, en nilayil nendralum. Ekkolam kondalum means actually you may be leading a family life or you may be on a sannyasi, but that's immaterial. So however you live, the only thing is Manniya seer sangaran thal maravamai. Sankaran means Lord Shiva, which is always persisting. That's what the Manniya seer, ever existing Lord Shiva's feet, which we should not forget. Marava means which we should not forget. So the people who live in whatever may be the conditions, born wherever in this world, to whomsoever as the parents, whatever may be the caste they belong, whatever may be the language they speak, they may be having a family life or a sannyasi life. All these are all immaterial, and it clearly speaks out. Those who have love, those who don't forget Lord Shiva's feet and worship, they are called Saivites, and their religion is called Saivism. So, in totality, this Saivism brings a great harmony among this human world. இது ஆகும் அது அல்லது என்னும் பிணக்கது என்று. This is what Sivanyana Siddhiya book says. Here there is no likes and dislikes of any religion. Saivism embraces everything. Even it embraces a religion who says there is no God. There also they are taking it. No issue. That's how they take. So this Saivism, let it be called as a religion or a community or the way of life, however it is. That's what this site says, Shaivam.org. This Shaivam, as a religion, has some documental books, how Christianity has a Bible, or Islam has a Quran. Saivism is not holding just one book. It has a series of books. It says with 4 Vedas, it accepts 28 Agamas. It says this 12 Thirumurais, 14 Shastras, 18 Puranas, 2 Idigas. All these are all the basic books. Why so many? Everyone has a distinct and different purpose behind it. The Vedas are Agamas, which are done in Sanskrit language. They are all called mantras, Sanskrit mantras. There the importance is for how clearly you pronounce it. Mantra means actually it gives your meets your required desire even when you think of it. That's called mantra. There are Tamil mantras, Sanskrit mantras. So these Veda Agama are basically Sanskrit mantras. So there the importance is given for the proper pronunciation of it. Whereas the Shastras, 14 Shastras they are all for studying and understanding the grammar, I can say, which is the core philosophy, which is called the Saivism. Who am I? Where I came from? Where I am going for? So many people are in this world. If they are all actually from God, it means why there should be so much of differences everywhere. If it is something because of my deed, then I did this. Even if it is accepted that I did maybe in the last birth or the previous birth, what made me to do like this? And why there are so many differences among the souls? So, where is the soul now? What is the relationship between the soul and God? Why the soul is not able to enjoy all the benefits all the time? Why there are hiccups here and there, everywhere? So what makes this? So these are all the things being studied as a subject, as a philosophy, which is presented very logically in Saiva Siddhanta, these are all being given from the 14 Shastras. 18 Puranas are there. Puranas are for listening. It's like a story. They are very old. Purana means actually old. And it does all on a spiritual department. So, how to lead a life? As a father, what is my responsibility? As a son, what should I do? So, a lot of these requirements to lead the life as a human being, these are all taught in Puranas. So, Puranas are for generally listening. See, Vedas, Agamas are for proper pronunciation. Shastras are for studying. Puranas are for listening. Then what for these Thirumurais? 12 Thirumurais are there. They are for singing. I should say like that. Singing. This also speaks about the Saiva Siddhanta. What is the difference between the Shastras and these Thirumurais? Shastras are core philosophy. Thirumurais are basically songs sung by saints in praise of Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva's grace, His blessings, His love towards us. All is actually being spoken in this. So it is meant for singing during a prayer session, whether it is in a temple or home, anywhere. Shastras are as a philosophy to be learned. Thirumurais are as the songs which are to be sung in praise of Lord Shiva, which has been done already. In totality, there are more than 18,000 songs are there today in this Thirumurai. Thirumurai has its own tradition and pride behind. There is one old historical Tamil song. It says, Thirumuraye Saivaneri Karuvulam, Ten Tamilin, Ten Pahagum. Thirumuraye Kailayin Kan, Sivaberuman Sevimadutta Tamil Vedam. திருமுறையே நடராசன் கரம் வருந்த எழுதிய அருள் தெய்வ நூலாம். திருமுறையே சொக்கேசன் மதிமலிவாய் மலர்ந்தருளும் சிறப்புற்றால். The first line says, Thirumurai Saivaneri Karuvulam. Karuvulam means actually the treasure. Thirumurai, which means these 12 Thirumurais are the treasure of Saiva philosophy, Saiva religion. Thirumurai Saivaneri Karuvulam. Karuvulam means actually the treasure. It's an asset, what we have today. It can be said fortunate or unfortunate in both the ways. More than 10 lakhs of songs have been sung. Unfortunate, we have got very few, at least fortunate. Out of more than 10 lakhs of Shaivam songs, we have got around some 8,000 songs today. So in total, Thirumurais, we have around 18,000 songs today. So Thirumuraye Saivaneri Karuvulam, see, it's apart from as a religious philosophy, it also adds to the asset of Tamil literature. Tamil is a language, has its own pride, as every language has. See, today German language has a pride of saying. That language has contributed a lot of scientific terms today, what we are using. Latin language has a pride. It has contributed a lot towards the legal department, or as a language of law, it's called as Latin. Tamil has its own pride of. It is the language of spiritualism or devotional faith. So in Tamil literature, We have lots and lots of books speaking about the spiritual contents, whether it is Saivism or Vaishnavism or Jainism, lot of them. So in that angle, as a Saiva literature, many books are there, out of which these 12 Thirumurais form a core part of it today. It speaks, it gives lot of messages. It's not just in praise of Lord Shiva. It giving us lot of historical inputs. These books give some medical information. This book speaks about psychology. This book gives a lot of optimistic thinking today. So, lot of areas this literature have contributed. Coming back to this song, Thirumuraye Saivaneri Karulam Ten Tamilin Ten Baha for the language. It is the sweet or the honey, we can call like that, this literature. Thirumurai Kailayin Kan Shivaberuman Sevimadutta Sendamil Vedam. So it is called as Tamil Veda. So Vedas are made in Sanskrit, whereas these Thirumurais are called as Tamil Vedas, which means Vedas made in Tamil. And Lord Shiva, who sits in Mount Kailash, we have a pride to say that he listens to this. Thirumuraiye Nadarasan Karam Varunda Eludi Arul Daiva Noola. Out of the 12 Thirumurais, the 8th Thirumurai is called Thiruvasakam and Thirukovaya. This Thiruvasam has been sung by Saint Manikavasaha, and it has been written by none other than Shivaperuman. So that's what they say, Thirumuraye Nadarasan Karamvarunda, which means by his own hands, he has taken the pains to write more than around 600 songs he has written. That's how it is being actually made as a book. So, அந்த திருமுறையே நடராசன் கரம் வருந்த எழுதிய அருள் தெய்வ நூலாம் பெருமுறையே சொக்கேசன் மதிமலிவாய் மலர்ந்த அருளும் சிறப்புற்றாமா. Sokesan, actually Lord Shivaperuman from Madurai temple, he called him as Chokkanadar. He has actually sung a song, Madimali Purisai Madar Kodal, that's what it says. So out of the 12 Thirumurais, the 11th Thirumurai, the first song is actually sung by Lord Shivaperuman. So these are all actually great pride about these Thirumurais. That's how this song describes it. What do you mean by Thirumurai? In Tamil, Thiru has a lot of meanings. One is an auspicious thing. It's a word of respect. Even in Tamil today, if somebody is addressed, we don't address him straight away by name, we put as Thiru. If I call Ganeshan, I don't call Ganesh, I call as Thiru Ganesh, which means it's a respect. Thiru. How we call it as Mr. Let us say that. Above all, this word Thiru means Jnana, it is wisdom. This Thiru denotes Lord Shiva. That's the greatest. So, Thirumurai means it's the other two words combined as one word. Thiru means actually, let us take it as Shiva here. Murai means again lot of this one. Here the simple meaning of Murai is book. What we call it as a book is called as a Murai. There is a famous Tamil literature called Kanda Puranam. It has more than 10,000 songs. It's one book. Speaks about Lord Muruga, and then written by Kachippa Sivacharya. In that book, he says, இறைநிலம் எழுதுமுன் இளைய பாலகன் முறை வரை வேனை என முயல்வது ஒக்குமால். It's a song. So, முறை வரை வேனை, which means murai means it's a book. So we call it, simply we can say, Thirumurai means Shiva book, a book which speaks about Shiva. Maybe for an LKG student you can tell like this. Actually, it has to be seen in faith. The book which takes us to Lord Shiva, that's Thirumurai. Knowledge, wisdom, see, there's a great difference between knowledge and wisdom. Knowledge is something we need to acquire, where wisdom is to attain. So Thiru means jnanam, wisdom. We can attain, we have to. Same way, Lord Shiva is actually, we have to reach out to him and enjoy these books, these 12 Thirumurai. Do the primary part of taking us to Lord Shiva. That's the greatness of this Thirumurai. So rather than simply telling that it is a book which speaks about Shiva, it is the right way to call, or it's more appropriate to say, these are the books which takes us to Lord Shiva. Simply speaking, if somebody sits in Madurai, please take me to Madurai, means I'm in Coimbatore. Maybe a car or a bus can take me. If somebody sits in London, yes, a flight can carry me. Where is Lord Shiva? He sits everywhere. At the same time, they are not able to see him. They can experience, but they are not able to see him. So, an object which is not even seen by his eyes, how to reach? If it's not by a bus or a flight. So, that should be a mode. That mode is Thirumurai. Thirumurais have the pride to take us to Lord Shiva. Thanks to this site, thanks to these teams, organization people who have taken interest to speak about, to discuss about a tool which takes us to Lord Shiva. That's Thirumurai is the tool. So we understand basically the word Thirumurai. So it's actually somewhere in 1185, when Klothunga Cholan III was the king. It has been scripted in the stones as the name of Thirumurai. Till then, this word was not there. Earlier it was called Thirupadiyam, something like that. But Thirumurai as a word, we are able to take from stone scriptures, which was as old as 12th century, that is in 1185 AD, when Klothunga Cholan III was the king in the Chola dynasty. Even before that, Thirumandaram, which is called the 10th Thirumurai, that there is a song says, Yedangai Nangai Irai Yengal Mukkanni, Vedam Padigam Virumbum Ventamarai, Padum Thirumurai, Parpadi Padangal Shudumin Sennivai Tottiram Sollume. So there itself, this word was available. Padum Thirumurai, Padum Thirumurai. I said, so it is all to be sung. These saints on worshipping Lord Shiva, they have requested one, that is, please give me the art of singing. Give me the opportunity of singing it. Adum Parivel Ani Sevalana. Padum Paniye Paniya Arulvai. That's what Arune is. Padum Paniye, a profession of singing you. You please give me that opportunity. Padavendum Nan Potri Nennaye, Thiruvasam says, which is the 8th Manikavasa. He says, Padum Paniye, he was a minister, the chief minister of Pandya kingdom. He actually resigned and all relinquished all these responsibilities. And he is actually praying for, give me an opportunity of singing you alone. That's what Padum பாட வேண்டும் நான் போற்றி நின்னையே. That's what he says. So, here also the Thirumandram says, பாடும் திருமுறை பார்ப்பதி பாதங்கள் சூடுமின் சென்னிவாய் தோத்திரம் சொல்லுமே. So another word we call it as தோத்திரம். Shastras are called in Tamil as Sathiram, whereas these Thirumurais are called as Tottiram. From Sanskrit we call it as Tottiram. In Tamil we call it as Tottiram. So there are 12 Thirumurais. We have understood this is a tool which takes us to Lord Shiva. Let me just explain about these 12 Thirumurais as an introduction, then we will go one by one. Out of these 12 Thirumurais, the first 7 Thirumurais are called as Thevaram. 1, 2, 3. The Thirumurais. Number 1, 2, and 3 are sung by Saint Thiruchitrambalam. 4, 5, 6, 3 Thirumurais are sung by Saint Thirunavukarasar. 7th one is contributed by Saint Sundaramurti Swami. 8th one, which is, so these 7 are Thirumurais sung by the Thiruchitrambalam Swami, Sri Thirunavukarasar Swami, Sri Sundaramurti Swami. These form the Thevaram part, which is 7 Thirumurais. The 8th Thirumurai is called Thiruvasagam and Thirukkovaya, 2 parts of it, which is given to us by Sri Manikavasa Swami. Then comes the 9th Thirumurai. There are 2 parts of it which are called as Thiruvisaipa and Thirupallandu. 9 authors have contributed for that. While explaining about the 9th Thirumurai, let me give some more information about those 9 people. 10th Thirumurai is called Thirumandiram. I say Mandiram earlier. There are Mandirams in Tamil as well as Sanskrit. Mandiram means which meets your desire, which gives you blessing, even by thinking of it. So Thirumandiram, around 3,000 songs are there, done by Thirumular. 11th Thirumurai, this is called the 10th Thirumurai. The 11th Thirumurai has around 40 small books in it. So it's a collection of literature. The biggest pride, as I was saying you, Lord Shivaperuman, that is Chokkanadar from Madurai, he has sung a song in it. There are 12 teachers as a whole, including Lord Shivaperuman, have contributed for this 11th Thirumurai. The 12th Thirumurai, which is called the Tirutondar Puranam, or in Tamil we usually call it as Periya Puranam, is written by Sri Sheklar Swami, who was also a minister. So out of these 12 Thirumurais, as a whole 27 teachers have contributed for this. 1, 2, 3 by Jnanasambandha, 4, 5, 6 by Appar, Thirunavukarasar, who is called as also Appar. 7th is done by Sundara. 8th done by Manikavasa, this 4. Then 9th one is done by 9 people, so 13. 10th one is by Thirumula. 11th one is done by 12 people. And 12th one is done by Seklar Swami. So also whole 27 saints have contributed for these 12 Thirumurais, which are the basic documents of Saiva religion. Saiva, more than a religion, is a way of life. So in the next session, I'll be taking the opportunity to speak about the first Thirumurai, sung by Thiruchitrambalam. Maybe a small introduction about his life, or how these Thirumurais have started from his holy mouth, and how many songs are in it, and what are all the conditions or the historical situations he was there in while singing these songs, and how much we are blessed to have those songs today on our hands. So, with this, I take this opportunity to thank the Saiva.org, Mr. Ganesh, as well as Mr. Raja, and the team who is supporting them, and also for all the listeners being patient with me for the last 30 minutes. Hope we'll be meeting you soon with an introduction to Thirumurai one shortly. Thank you. Sivaya.